This is Tom Bernacki, and today I'm going over the 15 most common foot and skin conditions that I see and tips and tricks to take care of them. And we're starting now. There is a ton of skin conditions for the foot and the ankle. These are extremely common conditions. There's a good chance that you, the viewer, probably have at least one of them. I'm gonna go over my best tips, my best tricks, and full guides for how to take care of this stuff at home ideally. But remember, if you have a serious condition like a wound or an infection or something, come see your podiatrist or come see us in Michigan if you're in the Michigan area. Number 15, Raynaud's phenomenon. So Raynaud's phenomenon, this is the red, white, and blue, just like the American flag. If your fingers and toes turn red, white, and blue, this is in response to cold temperature, stress, and what happens is your little vessels in your fingers and your toes, they spasm, they ache, they turn red. So if you have very reddish, cold, sore toes and fingers, this could be Raynaud's phenomenon. Come get this checked out. So it's a pale blue and then red color. It leads to numbness, tingling, and pain. Treatment may involve warming up the feet, using medications to improve blood flow, wearing gloves, wearing warm socks, wearing proper shoes, all that kind of stuff helps. But there are some medications, specifically calcium channel modifying medications that open up the blood vessels, keep some more blood flow coming there. This is one that can really get help. Raynaud's syndrome, white, red, blue, numbness, burning, and tingling are the symptoms. I believe it can improve with gloves, socks, warmers. Medications can help, but if uncontrolled in severe circumstances, it can cause tissue damage. Number 14, hyperhidrosis. Do you sweat on your hands, your feet? This is very common. This can lead to a bathtub type effect called maceration. When you're in the bathtub for a long time, your fingertips can get pruny. This happens to your toes, but this can lead to infections, bacteria, fungus, itching, foot odor. A study by Strutton in 2004 estimated that 3% of the population has hyperhidrosis. So if you're sweating a lot, there's stuff you can do. Over-the-counter antiperspirants like certain dry, oral medications, creams, Botox for very severe cases. Check out our links for our favorite products and pages below. This is a very common problem. Excessive sweating, odor, fungus, toenail fungus, pruning. Don't worry, even though it's not technically curable, great socks, antiperspirant really keeps it in check. For those that don't get better, Botox, and even now ways to permanently kill the sweat glands, although I don't recommend that for most people. 13, pitted keratolysis. This is like little pits, little hard skin regions in the soles of the feet. This can happen in the hands. They're like little craters. They're caused by something called Corynebacterium. And especially if you're sweating a lot, athlete's foot, this is very common, especially if you wear dress shoes, high heels, non-breathable materials. Treatment is topical antibiotics or ointments, changing your socks, getting proper socks to stop that sweating, and the proper shoes. I have guides for all that stuff below. Pitted keratolysis is in athletes and people who sweat. It's a Corynebacterium buildup. You gotta get great socks, great shoes, good powders, and then antibacterial soaps, antibacterial creams, and astringents, all linked below. Number 12, cellulitis. If you have a cut or a pimple or a small opening or a callus that's cracked and it's red, swollen, warm, tender, this is bacteria. So Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, they can get in there through the skin. We're normally colonized by bacteria, but if they get in through the skin, they could cause redness, pus, discharge. A study by Thomas in 2013 estimated that approximately 4 cases per 1,000 people occur per year. It's very common. And sometimes I look at the hospital list, like 10% of the hospital can be people with foot infections, so very common. Antibiotics are very necessary, so call your podiatrist immediately and we can send it electronically now. 11, blisters. Blisters are fluid-filled sacs that form on the skin due to pressure, burns. So runners get this a lot, people with too small shoes, people who don't wear socks, see it all the time. Don't pop these things because it could get infected. And you got to keep your skin dry. You got to keep it protected. You got to identify the repetitive motions that are causing it. I have a great video on blisters. There's a lot of home remedies to prevent them, such as pads, taping, protecting that area, properly fitting your shoes, orthotics. That helps quite a bit. Foot blisters are caused by friction, moisture, heat, irritants, medical stuff. Most of the watchers here are runners, and you get red hot, fluid-filled lesions. Treatment is nothing, or you can protect it with tape, KT tape, thicker socks, better footwear inserts, lubricate it with stuff like Vaseline, or you could drain it. If it gets inflamed and red hot, you might need antibiotics or creams. Are these cancer? Are these dangerous? I have a great video that goes over there because there are some skin conditions that do lead to skin tags. But if you are getting skin tags, make sure you correct these underlying causes because this can be dangerous at that point. And there is a cure. These can go away permanently if you reach those. The big secret, the more your weight's up, the more your insulin resistance is up. That's what really causes these skin tags. As your weight gets down, as your metabolic syndrome gets improved, as your insulin resistance decreases, your skin tags in most cases will disappear completely on their own. Don't just keep going to the doctor for the rest of your life getting us to remove those skin tags. Make sure they stay away and use it as an opportunity to get healthier for the rest of your life. Causes are metabolic syndrome, things like diabetes. Cutting, freezing, and burning can work really well, but there are some great home remedies that recap in this video. It's down in the comments, so make sure you click it. Make sure you get to the root cause and fix your skin tags forever. Skin cancer. This is extremely rare in the foot, but it does happen. If you have lesions, we can biopsy them, we can check them, but there's 3 types. A basal cell carcinoma, a squamous cell carcinoma, and a melanoma. The melanoma is most dangerous. You can do something about these before they get bad because they take a long time to burrow their way through the skin. There are 3 types of skin cancer. A basal cell carcinoma, which is the least dangerous, a squamous cell, which is present in like ulcers and raw wounds, second most dangerous, and a melanoma, which is the most dangerous. Stage 1 is it barely gets through the skin. As stage 2, it's deeper through the skin. Stage 3, still not all the way through. And as stage 4, it actually penetrates through the skin. What you want to do for all of these is see a doctor and get a biopsy. This is taking a skin sample. And what happens is a pathologist has to look at it to see if it's cancerous. At this point, surgery can be done. So for example, it's cut out, and even though some is left, samples are taken and looked at under the microscope, and the pathologist can tell you if you got it all or not. The surgery doesn't end until the microscope confirms that all the skin cancer is gone. Check out our guide below. I go over the basal cell, squamous cell, and melanomas in detail, exactly what to do and how to handle it, and the tips and tricks, how to know if it's dangerous from home. So check that out below. Number 8, diabetic foot ulcers. This is something I deal with all the time. And guess what? I have an audiobook and a full-length book. I would love for you to read my book because I worked really hard on it, but I go over the top 23 steps how to heal any foot wounds and your diabetes to make sure it goes away. These can be very complicated. These can lead to amputations, wounds. They are more dangerous than all but 2 of the most dangerous cancers. Let me repeat that. A foot ulcer is only less dangerous than pancreatic cancer and lung cancer. So statistically, you would rather want cancer than a foot ulcer. That's how dangerous these are. That's why I wrote the book. It's very important. I treat this a lot in my clinics every day. 15% of diabetics could eventually have a foot ulcer in their time, and 1/3 of the adult population is now pre-diabetic. Those are huge, huge odds. Check out that book and our full guide. Proper checkups with your podiatrists are needed. Number 7, psoriasis. So scaly, thick skin, itchy skin, dry, cracking skin. That could be psoriasis. It's an inflammatory skin condition, red, scaly skin. It's on the feet, on the legs. A study in 2019 estimated that 3% of the population has psoriasis. It could be more severe in some people and less severe in other people. There's a lot of great medications. Again, I have a great guide on psoriasis below. There are 5 different types of psoriasis, including arthritis. It can lead to red, thick, scaly, itchy skin. Things that help are creams, vitamin D, UV light therapy, managing your stress triggers, and keeping your skin well moisturized. If that stuff doesn't work, oral and injection medications are available. Click below for the full guide. Number 6, plantar warts. Very, very common. This is caused by HPV, the human papillomavirus. These are small, hard growths on the soles of the feet. They can be on your hands. They're very common in younger people and older people, but they can happen in the middle as well. You can tell these apart from corns and calluses based on when you shave them, there's blood vessels visible. There's a lot of great treatments, but a study in 2006 took a look at the population, and 10% of the population at any time has plantar warts on their foot or on their fingertips. Take care of that. It's very easy to take care of it. It's shared by public places, weakened immune systems, or just the wrong strain of HPV. So it is a virus. Get it taken care of. Warts are caused by the HPV virus, and they look like tiny bloody little red dots. You can put acids, you can excise them, cryotherapy, and surgery for those stubborn cases. Number 5, ingrown toenails. This is such a common thing, and it's so easy to take care of. Studies show that almost 90% of the time, it's not the way you cut the skin wrong, it's pressure onto the skin that makes the skin rotate into the nail. So it's the skin that presses into the nail, not the nail growing into the skin. This is very important, but this can lead to infection. It can lead to a cut at the edge of the nail border. Good supportive insoles, good supportive shoes. Take pressure off those toes. Clip it properly. There's ways to numb up the toe and clip the corner out. Studies do show that it is the footwear, the trauma to the toe, the constant repetitive steps, especially barefoot walking now that people are home with COVID. A study in 2014 showed that in a given year, 3% of the population will develop an ingrown toenail. That's a ton of ingrown toenails. They could get infected, they could get pus, they could lead to cellulitis. So make sure you get these taken care of. I have my complete guide and favorite tools below. Number 4, onychomycosis. This is another way of saying toenail fungus. A study in 2000 found that onychomycosis affects over 10% of the general population over 18 years old. Very, very common. This is usually because we're getting too much sugar in our diets. High rates of diabetes. Do you know that 1/3 of the adult population in the developed world has prediabetes, and 80% don't even know it? There's a good chance that a lot of people watching here do have diabetes and they don't even know it. Toenail fungus is a big sign of this, as well as skin tags, as I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of remedies, a lot of cures. I have such detailed videos. It's all free. Check it out below. Number 3, corns and calluses. They are thickened areas of the skin. These are pressure areas. So usually ill-fitting shoes under the big toe, under the 5th toe, under the heel, on the inside of the foot, on the outside of the foot. Corns are plugged sweat glands, on the other hand, so they're like a spike that develops in the callus and causes severe pain. These are much thinner and much sharper, while calluses are larger, more broad. A study in 2015 found that 50% of adults have corns and calluses. You can get these taken care of. With diabetes, with blood flow issues, with pain, if you can't get these taken care of, come see a podiatrist. Insurance covers all this stuff. It takes us 5 minutes to take care of some of this stuff, getting the proper shoes, proper orthotics, gets pressure off your foot, really relieves that pain. This is such an important thing to do, so don't wait any longer. Get this taken care of. Number 2, athlete's foot. So this is also known as tinea pedis. Athlete's foot is caused by fungus. So when you sweat, when you have thick skin, 15% of the population has athlete's foot. It's so common. You got to wear the proper socks, the proper shoes. You have to use the proper creams. You have to clean and exfoliate your feet, because this can lead to itching, burning, scaling, cracks that then leads to all those other problems. 15+% of the population has this. Very common. Young people, old people. I have a great detailed home remedy guide, everything you can do, exactly why it's happening. And guess what? Sugar really contributes to this as well. Pre-diabetes, it's only growing in our society. The key is controlling sweat. Good shoes, good socks. We have our best links below. We have great videos on creams, socks, shoes, how to exfoliate, and what prescriptions to use. And number 1, eczema and dermatitis. So this is red, itchy, flaky skin, cracks through the heels, cracks through the front of the foot. There are so many different things that cause skin eczema, but here's what eczema means. Skin irritation. There's so many causes. Realistically, it could be dry skin, irritated skin, material that irritates you, sweat, fungus, bacteria, all that stuff can cause problems. That's said to affect 20% of the population, according to a study by Williams in 2000. Very common. And what happens is if somebody has eczema that's not going away, I just take a little skin sample and we can tell through a biopsy what's causing it. Do you have a skin condition like psoriasis? Do you have autoimmune diseases? And everything kind of contributes to create eczema. So if you have irritated, red skin that's itchy, check out our guide on foot eczema, exactly how we handle it. We have a lot of great tips for you. The symptoms are red, scaly skin that itches. This is caused by immune and skin barrier issues, as well as genetic and environmental rubbing. I usually get a skin sample, and that tells us exactly what it is, and we start creams, steroids, change socks, change shoes, exfoliate that skin, and if that doesn't work, there are prescription meds. And guys, I really care about you. These are painful conditions that you should not be struggling with. There's a lot of people making a lot of money selling a lot of expensive stuff. Try the easy stuff first. Do a lot of the good basics, the good shoes, the orthotics, the proper socks, the proper creams. Check that stuff out below. And if that didn't help, come see me in Michigan. Come see a great podiatrist near you as well. And here's some great videos on toenail fungus and athlete's foot.